You were hired for your vision, you were promoted for your strategy. But be honest, if you look at your calendar right now, you aren't a leader, you are a professional email router.
Ouch. Okay, that stings a little. But professional email router feels accurate.
It's not just annoying, it's dangerous. We call it the Paperclip Apocalypse. High-level executives are wasting between 8 and 12 hours every single week on low-value administrative coordination. That is an entire workday vaporized.
Look, we all feel it. The overwhelmed operator syndrome. You're drowning in data entry, so you sneak in your own AI tools just to stay afloat.
Exactly. You're using shadow AI because your organization is moving too slow. You know there's a better way, but right now, that busyness is acting like a dangerous proxy for actual productivity.
So we're stuck. Too busy to be strategic, but too afraid to stop the busy work.
We aren't stuck. We are just transitioning. We are leaving the information age and entering the agentic age.
Agentic? You mean like James Bond or customer support agents?
Neither. I mean a world where your value isn't processing information. Robots won that race. Your value is orchestrating intelligence. Today, we aren't just teaching you a few ChatGPT prompts. We are going to build the cognitive architecture that gets you those 12 hours back.
That's a big promise. How do we actually do it?
By firing yourself from admin work and hiring an army of agents. Let's dive in.
Okay, hang on. Agents. Orchestration. I've had rules in Outlook since 2010. If an email comes from my boss, it goes to the urgent folder. Isn't that an agent?
No, that is legacy automation. Think of it like a train on a track. It's fast, but it only goes exactly where the rails are laid. If the email subject line changes or the data format shifts, if there's a rock on the tracks, the whole system crashes. It's rigid.
Right. It breaks if the input isn't perfect.
Exactly. An AI agent is different. It's like an off-road vehicle. It doesn't need rails, it needs a destination. You don't tell it how to drive, you tell it where to go. Here is the mental shift you need to make. A standard chatbot, like the free version of ChatGPT, is a consultant. It gives you advice.
So here's a recipe for a cake.
Correct. An agent is an employee. It doesn't just give advice, it does the work. It perceives the environment, reasons through a plan, and uses tools to execute it.
So instead of here's a recipe, the agent says, I ordered the ingredients, preheated the oven, and the cake will be ready at 5 p.m. That is the difference between information and action.
Let's get tactical. We are going to claw back those 12 hours, starting with the biggest offender, email.
Please, I spend half my life reading reply all threads I don't care about.
Stop reading them. Use Copilot as a sounding board. Watch this. It doesn't just summarize. It uses the Microsoft Graph to pull in your internal documents, like that Q3 policy, to ground the answer. It prioritizes information based on who the people are, not just keywords. Now, let's look at the instant analyst. You have raw data in Excel. Don't waste time writing formulas. Just ask for the trend.
It built the pivot table?
Yes, but here is the magic trick. You take that insight, drop it into Word to write a memo, and then open PowerPoint. You tell PowerPoint to create a presentation from this file. It reads the Word doc, understands the structure, and builds the deck, speaker notes included.
Wait, so it translates the numbers, Excel, into words, Word, into visuals, PowerPoint?
Precisely. That is multimodal interoperability. You stop formatting slides and start refining the story. Now we enter the deep end. This is where you move from zero inbox to strategic dominance. We are going to build a competitor analyst agent.
I don't know. I've seen these things hallucinate. I ask for a quote and it invents one.
You're right. Standard AI is like a brilliant student taking a test from memory. Sometimes they guess. But we are going to use RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation.
RAG?
Think of it like letting that student use an open textbook during the exam. You upload your internal strategy docs and your competitor's PDF annual reports. You force the AI to only use that data to answer. But here is the secret sauce. Most people fail because they ask one big, lazy question. You need prompt chaining. You break the logic into steps, like an assembly line for thought.
So you force it to show its work before it writes the conclusion?
Exactly. This minimizes hallucinations, and for the math, use the Advanced Data Analysis feature. You upload the raw financial data, and it writes actual Python code to run a linear regression. It's not guessing the math, it's calculating it.
Okay, that is not a search engine, that is a research engine.
The goal of 2026 is not to work faster. It is to elevate your position in the value chain. You are evolving into an M-shaped supervisor. You are no longer the writer, you are the editor-in-chief. You are no longer the analyst, you are the director of intelligence.
I'm ready. Where do I start?
2 steps. 1. The audit. Track your time for 1 week. Find the Paperclip Apocalypse. 2. The build. Don't try to automate everything. Pick one workflow, like that weekly report, and build a standard operating procedure using Copilot or a custom GPT. The busy work that consumes 60% of your day is not your job. It is the barrier to your job. By automating it, you do not make yourself redundant, you make yourself essential.
Welcome to the Agentic Age.